One morning an ogress stuck a finger in her nose.
"Take that out,"
demanded her husband.
"I will not,"
she said.
"I have my reason, and that's all I'll say for now."
She was an exceptional ogress, refined and educated as ogresses go. She hummed original tunes and painted by numbers. She read romance novels and used big words. But in spite of these accomplishments, she was unappreciated and had no friends. While she stayed home, her husband wielded a make-believe club and stood guard at the mouth of a pretend cave. Like most hard-working ogres and ogresses, he spent his days protecting invisible jewels. That afternoon, the other ogres and ogresses gathered in a circle to stare at the ogress. There wasn't much else to look at but flat ground, so an ogress with a finger in her nose was a welcome change.
"Why are you doing that?" they asked. "Tell us so we can get back to guarding our caves."
"It's my secret."
The wisest ogre leaned forward.
"A finger in the nose is no secret. It's a bold fact. What's the reason?"
"I have my reason. That's all I'll say for now."
Question followed question, but the ogress gave no answer concerning the finger in her nose. She only curled her lips into a smile and clicked her stubby brown teeth.
"You're tormenting us,"
one ogre grumbled.
"Give us a clue or we'll leave."
"The finger in my nose can be explained with one word."
They offered word after word, but the ogress only rolled her violet eyes and wiggled her toes to and fro in the breeze. Hours passed. Still they could not find the word that explained the finger in the ogress's nose. That evening, rows of chattering ogres and ogresses sat at the ogress's feet. When she caught sight of her husband frowning from the back of the crowd, she stuck out her prickly tongue. Her husband shook his make-believe club at her and stomped off to guard the invisible caves and jewels. The wise ogre gave a great sigh.
"We must narrow our choices or we'll be here all night. Is the word one syllable or two?"
"3."
The wise ogre raised 3 fingers and let out a whistle.
"That's a big word."
The others tapped their temples and pulled their lower lips, trying to think of a word with 3 syllables. Finally, they settled on the familiar subject of jewels.
"Amethyst! An amethyst is stuck in your nose."
The ogress shook her head.
"Tourmalines! A tourmaline is stuck in your nose."
The ogress shook her whole body.
"Are jewels all you care about? Here's another clue. There's nothing stuck in my nose but my finger."
"Finger is only 2 syllables. Are you trying to confuse us?"
"No, the word you want has 3 syllables."
The wise ogre asked,
"Are you sure there's only a finger in your nose and not an emerald?"
"I'll give you one last clue. It's something only ogres and ogresses can give me."
She shifted from one hairy leg to the other and awaited more guesses. As the sky darkened, 2 ogres started to yawn and fiddle with their make-believe clubs. They gazed across the flat land and then waved to the ogress's husband as he marched back and forth on his duty guarding the caves. They shuffled off to join him. Others followed.
"Come back! Don't leave me!"
She pulled her finger out of her nose and began to sob.
"All I want is your attention."
All the ogres and ogresses groaned at hearing the 3-syllable word. Then the wise ogre rose to his feet.
"Now that you have the attention you want, you will be judged."
He slipped on a make-believe robe, stepped behind a pretend podium, and hammered the air with an imaginary gavel.
We listen to your silliness while your heroic husband guards our jewels. Because of you, we have neglected our duty. You are guilty of causing our neglect.
He pointed to an invisible prison.
I sentence you to 1 year in solitary confinement. There you will get no more attention.
At the wise ogre's command, all the ogres and ogresses lifted their make-believe clubs, whacked the ogress, and then marched off to guard their caves. Now, friends, what do we learn from this cautionary tale? We learn a very important lesson.
Pick your friends, not your nose.